Welcome. I am Trinity, the TarotTactician. I can be reached at TheTarotTactician@hotmail.com. I am only reachable at that address and I do not initiate contact. As with everything, exercise your own judgment and use your own discernment. In my world, clear your karmic energy or leave with it. This will be a session that is titled Welcome to the War Room. We'll see that in a moment. Let's see. Judgment. There is a big call to action, and the frequency that I'm picking up on, this individual, your identity and who you are is being challenged. And that can be a combination of outside sources and internal. There's been a delay, there's something that you've been putting off, and it's tied to your identity or who you are. King of Pentacles in the World. These two came out on my shuffle initially, and they are back out again. At this point, you're being called to speak with your counsel, whoever it is that you are divinely connected to. Be it your higher self, other guides, that is moot. It doesn't matter. The point is, start connecting, because there's a big piece of self-esteem or a big chunk of your identity that is being lost to other sources. It's a bit muddy. We're going to get through it. The Hanged Man. Someone has been trying to force their perspective of who you are onto you, and they've been winning, but only because you have not been holding a strong sense of who you are. Now, what I'm getting is that this individual or this situation is a repeat occurrence. You are more mature now. You are more grounded and much more elevated and ascended. But there is something either tied to fear, guilt, or obligation that is keeping you tied to this person or this piece of your past that is still trying to dictate to you who you are. And let me be very clear about something. This frequency, you have spent much of your time in your past allowing other people to dictate to you who you are and dictate over you to others what your story is, where you come from, and that does not suit you. You broke out of that, and there's something or someone trying to keep you back in that same bloody cycle. The Tower and the Seven of Pentacles. There is still a small piece of you that feels like this is what you deserve, or this is how things go, and only because it's been a pattern in the past. The advice that I'm hearing is to do a big clear out, especially if you have not done it before the new year, the turn of the new year. Do a big deep cleanse of your space, of your home, and of your spirit. Because this isn't matching you and it can't come with you. But there's an opportunity that you're not seizing because there's a fear that someone or something has already tainted that experience for you. Not the case. And what is going to pull you out of that is you making this energy reclamation of what you own and what you do not. doing a big deep clean, an energetic clear out of your space will bring that back into balance. And there's something very interesting here too as well, where there's an interaction or a meeting that you're going to have, and looking your best, even if it's just by phone call, looking and feeling your best is going to change the trajectory of this interaction completely. So, the basics: deep clean on your home, energetic clearance of your home and yourself, shower, if you do your hair, do makeup, whatever the case may be, shine like you're doing a presentation. And behave, come from a place where you know who you are, you know what you're talking about. And you will see a completely different outcome from what's going on in your head. I'm seeing somebody there's a fear here. And there are memories coming back from a previous relationship that was not good for you. That individual was sour for your experience. And you're aware of that. But you're thinking of them almost in favor. You're acknowledging that they weren't for you, but there's something drawing you back, and that something is only tied to how you're feeling in this circumstance. Very interesting contortion of, like a contorted reflection, almost like a funhouse mirror that I'm seeing. And you're not seeing a clear image because you have to clear the mirror first. Metaphorically clearing your space. Left to your own devices, you are extremely strong and clear on who you are. It's when other people are allowed in your energies that things feel fuzzy. Queen of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. I'm also picking up on a disappointment in a new connection. I'm going to revisit this in another reading though, because this is not, I'm feeling like you're starting to overwhelm yourself with paying attention to too many things at once. Baby steps, focus on what needs to be actioned now. And that's clearing the mirror. This other disappointment that's coming in, it's not actually a disappointment. We're going to separate that in the next reading. Just pace right now. The Emperor. I don't know who this person is that thought that they could mess with you, but it's a pattern. And this individual thinks that they can do this now because they've seen it work with other people in the past. They didn't really have much of an issue with you. Hold on. They did, but it's not related to this. This energy is very confused themselves, okay? So don't let it affect you. Don't let them project that confusion onto you. That's messy, and it's not yours to deal with. We're moving away from that. Five of Pentacles. You don't owe this person or anybody else any explanation of who you are, how you got to where you are. You did the work. Nine of Swords beneath the Seven of Pentacles. They have no idea what you've been through, what pain you've endured. You do not look like what you've been through, and that's a factor in why this person thinks that they can try and find a kink in your armor. Virgo. I'm picking up on a Virgo. It doesn't have to be, of course, but they need to do some serious introspection. And substances could be a huge blockade to that for them. I'm also hearing too that substance use or abuse has greatly affected your path as well. But this, it's not meant to weigh down on you. Those experiences that you had with those are enabling you to engage with others or reach them on a level in your future or in your present that you can aid them in their elevation. But mind your involvement. Do not take on board what is not meant for you. Strength. One more. Whoa. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Cups. Everything feels chaotic and out of sorts right now, and it's not really the case. You have command over this situation, but you are being called to have unshakable faith in yourself and how you step forward and what direction you are taking as you place one foot in front of the other. Be cognizant of what each interaction does for your ascension and what direction you're putting that front foot in as you move ahead. This all seems very cryptic. But I know who I'm connected to will understand. The confusion is not coming from you. But the finale on where this goes certainly is. Fear, guilt, and obligation have some sort of hold on you in some way. And if you must continue to do karmic cord-cutting rituals, then do so. It's not necessarily a one-and-done deal. Not for everybody. And that's okay. Things take time, they take practice. Perfect practice makes perfect. You have surprised yourself with what you have achieved in recent history. And that momentum slowed for a little while. It's time for that to pick back up again. And this challenge is going to show you another turn of events that's going to lift your spirits. But you have to take control. Command that respect. Settle for no less. Give your help where it is warranted and where it will be put to good use. And deny or reject what is not for you. You have every right to be clear about your decisions and your judgments passed and how things, people, and places affect you. You do not owe any explanation to anybody for this. Be very clear with that for yourself. The way you move is your path. Nobody else needs to follow. 1441 on the timer. We'll close that out here. We'll check in later. I wish you peace.